All right, we're back. Let's go third
Yes, sir.
episode.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Third episode. We're a little behind because we had a lot of stuff going on. So we're a week and a couple days past 307, but nonetheless, we're gonna hit it up. We're gonna talk about it. Um, yeah, so let's talk about the card, bud. Let me bring it up because actually I had the wrong card up here. My bad. All right, past. So I think last time we talked about like all the card, and then you're looking at like an hour long video that we did. So I think we super dissected the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're looking at the card as a whole, like what stands out to you
Um,
for 307?
307 it's the knockout. It's the win. I think Alex getting dropped for the first time, pretty surprising.
You count
Which
that as
I
a drop though? See, I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I guess technically you would say it is. They didn't credit him with the knockdown though.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
they
think
didn't credit him with the
every
knockdown.
everyone's been saying that it was a knockdown, but that's interesting. I thought that was probably him finishing him
Yeah.
after the event, how you said it looked like he was off, it looked like he was sick.
Yeah.
Turns out he was sick. So
Phew,
I
man.
think
Yeah.
I think him winning again and just not being in perfect condition and just slowly dissecting. I felt like he wanted a head kick knockout. He kept kicking high.
Oh,
Like
bro.
there was
Yeah.
like five. He was so tall and lengthy too. Like he kicked
Yeah.
over him. He kept
I
kicking
know.
over his head.
I saw that. I was like, man, I hope he just kind of stops because, I mean, Khalil is like when he comes in, he goes like this, right? And
He
so
does
with
the
that, yeah, with that duck, it went right over, man. That's how he got that little
a little
knockdown, if you
haymaker.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
He does
little,
the he
little,
does the Duplessis, dude. Just fucking
yeah, just
throw
like
it.
that, right?
Just throw it and it should
Um,
win.
I thought it was a good fight, bro. I mean, I thought it was a great fight, honestly. And
Yeah.
then especially like I was texting with you, I was like, bro, like in between rounds, I had the way that he was coughing, the way he's blowing his nose. I was like, that's not normal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I there is a bit of altitude, but I think that I was like, bro, something's up with this guy. And then yeah, we find out after he's on antibiotics or two doses of antibiotics, I
Yeah.
guess, and then the rib, the toe, the visa issues, like it was a lot to come to, a lot of to overcome in this fight. I mean, but Khalil looked dope. I
Yeah,
mean,
I like him.
yeah,
I think he does in a way he has a ceiling. I think
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because
yeah,
he has to fight
yeah.
strikers for the most part. I mean, he hasn't really fought any of the like real top wrestlers. He really fought Alex because Alex has beat everyone except Ankalaev,
This is like alive. Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And
So
and then originally, I think I was like, I didn't seem really fair. But then when you're looking at kind of I guess the landscape of the division, you're like, well, everyone's kind of tied up now. With Uncle I was already fighting, Rakic.
Rakic, yeah.
With if Rakic wins, that's gonna be another good fight. With that, I mean, it's
He
gonna be
would
just a
he would
fist fight,
shock it
bro.
would be shocking, man. I think
Yeah,
the UFC set it up and I think the UFC, man. The UFC wants knockouts. They don't want wrestlers. They have enough wrestler champions. They're like, nah. So I
they
think in a
get it.
way the UFC's probably like, you know what? Let's throw this fight and maybe Rakic gets lucky and we can have a crazy fight with bullets on. Because
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
Rakic before didn't he like tear he did something with his knee or something when he
I don't
fought
remember.
Yuri. He
They fight
fought
Yuri.
Yuri and he messed up his knee and then they ended up rematching. Maybe it
Oh,
wasn't
so
Yuri,
the
but
rematch was at 300
the
because
rematch was
they
what
fought 300.
decided who fought Alex was
Alex.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he had
and
been injured, came off, so he looked rusty.
he was doing real good against Yuri too in 300. I mean, he was putting it to him, and then I mean,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
came
yeah.
out with it. But yeah,
Exactly.
no, Alex is something else, man. I thought it was interesting too how he kind of said, "I'm just gonna stick where I'm at right now," because it's so weird. I think the relationship with him and Sean Strickland.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like I don't know. It's
Polar
weird. It's
polar opposite.
exactly. It's so weird. I was like, he's like, yeah, he's my training partner. I don't want to step on his stuff. I'm like that. I mean, that's dope, but it's interesting, man. It's interesting.
It
Um,
it makes you think like Sean Strickland might be this person online or
yeah,
on whatever, and like behind closed doors, he's probably a pretty cool dude. Because I mean,
like they
why would
said,
Alex just bring this fool in and
yeah,
he's like, you know what I'm saying?
kind of
So
like
I think.
they say Colby Covington's the same way. Like that's what I've heard. Like that's what I've seen on a lot of different things. People say that Colby Covington's like the super next guy. I think there was a video I saw with Kamara Usman, And he
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I saw him at the airport." And he's like, "I went up to him. He's like, this dude's hella nice." Like it was weird, you know.
Oh,
But then
is it the one? Is it the one when they hadn't fought yet? Is it back in
I
the day?
think so. I think so. They were at the airport and they were fine. And then like he was like he's super nice. And then the week later he was talking shit like a totally different person. But
Yeah.
I don't know. He tried to pay that persona, I think. But
I want to add a little thing.
tell
Right
me.
before we got off, we both said two bets. Alex KO, cash money. Under 4.5 rounds, cash money.
We bet
I
that.
wrote it down.
What
We
did we
didn't
bet?
bet it. We didn't bet it. I'm
Oh, we
saying
both
right
said it.
before we left, we both said it. So
Oh,
I said, "What do you think would happen?" And I think
oh.
you might have said KO, and then I said under 4.5 rounds. Cash money.
We know what's up. And like this, look, should have bet on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
bitch.
yeah,
Yeah, no, but that was a great fight. I mean, I look and I saw a lot of podcasts after, and they're like, man, if you didn't love Khalil Rountree already, which most people did because of his whole
yeah,
story, you
yeah,
fucking love him now, man.
yeah.
He's
Man,
dope.
it was crazy because his nose was already split when he fought. Did you see that?
I
He
know,
already had
yeah,
like
that scar
the
tissue
just
already
like the
coming
brute.
over.
Yep. Yeah, dude. It
Yeah,
was that thing looked disgusting.
I like and Gloria was watching with me the next day, and she was like, when I think it was Anik was like, something's flapping, and it was like his eye
His
was like
eyelid.
flapping. She
Yeah,
was like
dude.
started laughing, but yeah, man, those body punches, those body blows.
Oh, at the end.
I mean, he just dug in so hard, you know.
Yeah.
But it's dope because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he's like stalking his prey," because he very much didn't go nuts. He very much kind of walked them down, and he kind of boom picked his shots, and then he let him move to his right, and then kind of move him stalked him
I
a little bit
I
more.
thought they were gonna call. I thought they were gonna call it earlier. Honestly, he was taking a lot. I mean, Khalil would
He was
like kind
sitting
of
there.
throw some, but yeah, I mean, he was essentially is just a sitting duck, just like he said. He was just
That's it,
piecing them
bro.
up.
I didn't know if it was okay. He still respected Khalil's power because he
Yeah.
could just throw a haymaker and just land something out of nowhere just because.
hmm
But anyway, so that was a dope ass fight. Well, what else stood off to you in the card? I got the card right here in
Um,
front of me.
Buckley, Buckley beating Thompson.
Ah, see, I didn't watch that fight, man. I was at
I
work,
did.
and honestly, I didn't start watching the fights until the third round of the Kayla Harrison fight. So tell me what happened with this because I mean,
It was
my
it was just a good fight. I mean,
was it a fight?
Buckley looks good, man. He looks good now that he kind of like Kevin Holland. They kind of like were like up and down with
Yeah.
welterweight and middleweight, and now they kind of like okay, and they found their weight class. And yeah,
hmm
man, he looks good. He beat Luque when I thought Luque was gonna destroy him. He beat
Did he?
Luque, and
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, yeah, he beat
No.
Luque, and then he beat Thompson. Like I thought Thompson was gonna, every time Thompson fights, we're like, oh, he's just gonna use that karate stance, and he's
Yeah.
gonna, and nah, man, he got him with a couple kicks. It looked like he almost got a spinning hook kick on his ass too.
Really?
He almost could, yeah, he almost connected, but
Did Stephen Thompson do well? Because I think I was seeing a lot of people say he did pretty well. I mean, for being like
he
40.
did. Oh yeah, dude, he was. That's what I'm saying. He was like in the fight. It's not like he was getting like bulldozed,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
Buckley just at the end just caught him and
Yeah.
fucking stopped his
Just got
prey and
him.
just yeah, got him out of there.
It's that right hook, man. Got him.
Yeah,
Okay, I have to rewatch that fight if I can, because I didn't get a chance to. I was at work later than I normally
yeah.
was. Um, but I did see also the Kevin Holland. I mean,
Oh yeah,
that sucked, bro.
that sucks. Yeah, yeah.
It was really
It's like
weird.
freak
Do you
accident
see
stuff.
do you see Connor was saying that he should have gone out to fight? I'm like, bro, like that's a lot,
It's
bro. That's a
it's
lot.
funny. It's funny when he says that stuff because remember back in the day, Dos Anjos had to pull out because his foot was completely swollen.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember?
And now his
And
toe.
then that's
Yeah.
what kind of ended up being the thing that like turned Connor into Connor because he fought Freddie Alvarez instead,
hmm
and then he kept going, and then he
Knocked
kind
him
of
out.
like catapulted. But
Yeah,
it's funny because the last fight he pulled out because of his toe.
it's because of his toe.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yep.
I mean, you can say that from your billionaire, from your yacht or whatever, but
Yeah.
he's the one that
He
has to try to
lost
fight
a
for that.
lot of credibility with that pullout like that when it was about his toe. I mean, he kind of
Yeah.
can't say anything about nobody anymore. And then to stick on top of that, Alex comes in and he knocked people out with a broken toe for sure. It's pretty nuts. So I know that they were talking too about the officiating, the scoring wasn't great.
I did, I missed
What'd you
that fight.
feel?
I missed the fight that they're really talking about, the Aldo
All the
Bautista
fight?
fight. because they said I kept seeing that's the one I should have rewatched. But basically, they said that they kept like breaking them up, and then the guy kept
Yeah,
doing the same thing. I don't know what he kept doing. Did he keep
I
putting them
saw
on
it.
the fence?
He keep putting him on the fence, yeah. And then Jose would just kind of he does this weird thing where he puts like his one of his feet like almost like he's sitting like half cross-legged, like almost like this,
Yeah,
and like this, and
yeah,
he just kind of chilled there for a bit. So he wasn't really like wrestling to try and get off the cage, but I mean the ref split him because he wasn't like progressing,
yeah.
and
He was
then he
just
would
doing.
just find his way back and just push him against the cage again. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'll say Jose Aldo was he that fool looked great. I mean, he looked
That's what
really
everyone
good,
said too.
especially being how old he
They said
was.
he won. They said he
Yeah,
won. Everyone
I
said he
felt
won.
like he won. I felt like he won, especially since this guy wasn't doing anything. Um, and I know that I think Dana White or someone was saying like they should do that. They should get involved more often. Like if someone's not progressing, they should just immediately break them up because then that's what people do, and it makes for a real shitty fight, you know. And I guess
Yeah,
on the other end, Bautista got interviewed and he was like, "Well, that's not my fault. He's the one that's supposed to get away from the fence." You know, he that's what he's saying. He's like pretty much like I won the fight the way I needed to win the fight, however I could win the fight, you know, which I get to a certain degree.
yeah,
Um, but that doesn't help your progress in the in moving forward because they're just gonna, you know, put you in unfavorable matchups.
yeah. Hmm.
Did you watch that Pennington Pena fight then?
I did. I did.
What do you think about that one? I hate Julia
I
Pena,
had
bro.
she's hard to like. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's good
She's hard to
for
like.
coming off of her like what 2 year we talked about last time, 2 years
Yeah.
almost three, almost two and a half
Mhm.
years. Like she looked good. She looked good. I
Yeah.
thought Pennington won. I thought she won three out of the five.
That's what I
Um,
thought too. I
I
agree.
thought it could be close. I mean, I could see because the thing was is Pennington would basically from what I saw is she would win most of the rounds, but Pena would land like bigger shots if that makes sense. So Pennington would be the more active striker, basically
Yeah.
leading, but then Pena would like hit her with a 1, 2, 3, and then it's like, oh, okay. So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, what
Yeah.
wins the round? Is it somebody controlling and hitting the whole time, or somebody hitting with more power?
Yeah. And I think also like the ground stuff that kind of put her over. Because Pena, you know, she got her back a couple of times and she kind of held her down there. And that doesn't lead to anything good. I mean, literally, you know, judging is judging. You could rock somebody the whole round, and the last 30 seconds they end up on your back, and that's how they end the
That
round.
can change.
Who
Yeah, that
knows
can
what's going to
change.
happen? You know, even though you blew them away for 4.5 minutes, that 30
Yeah.
seconds changes the
Yeah,
whole
she
thing, which is
dropped
weird.
her. She dropped her twice.
She dropped
Dropped
her
her
twice.
twice.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's and
I thought she was gonna finish it, man.
what about her call out after though? Because
She's
I
just
love
won.
that split screen because they're like, you know what, she's for sure gonna call Kayla out, and then Kayla's like, what the heck, dude? It's so
She
funny.
said running. She said running.
Yeah, I thought it was so freaking funny, bro.
I
So funny.
think that that fight is good. I think the Harrison Pena fight is good because it's gonna their styles kind of match up more. Like they're for the most part, Pena's known for being a wrestler, not really a striker. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Harrison obviously sambo, right? She's like
yeah.
Olympic sambo. So
Olympic
it's
wrestler,
like
yeah, twice.
So it's like
Two-time gold.
that's gonna be like a and you know it's gonna be crazy is they're probably not even gonna wrestle. Probably just gonna stand. And I
Yep.
feel like Kayla has some hands. I feel
She
like she has some hands when she lets it go.
did you see they were doing what's her name, Nina? I think Nina, that girl who does the
Yeah.
interviews. She was doing interviews with everyone. She says, you know, who do you look like? Who's a doppelganger for you? And then they were asking all the people who were fighting. They all said whatever, whatever, whoever. And they asked Kayla, and she's like Brock Lesnar. I thought it was hella funny. I was like, kind of true though, kind of
Yeah.
true.
I think that sets up that fight though. That should be
Yeah,
the fight. Harrison Pena somehow.
it's got to
Some
be the
probably
fight.
early next year. Yeah, it has to be the fight.
All right. So so yeah, so that was a it was a really really good fight card. And then this last one, it felt like it either started early or there might have been a lot of knockouts or something. I didn't get a chance or maybe I was at work later than normal,
Mhm.
but I only saw the Brandon Royval um what's it Tatsuro
Oh,
Taira
Tyra. Yeah,
Taira
Tyra. Tyra.
Taira
Yeah.
Tatsuro Taira. I
I've
only
seen him
saw
fight
that
before.
fight. Did
Yeah,
you?
I've seen that guy fight before. I didn't see this fight though.
I will say it was a good fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. It was a good fight. I liked it. I think Royval got tested though. He
Yeah.
definitely got tested because, and he said at the end, he's like, I thought I was gonna walk through this dude, And but I think it's just interesting because the Japanese fighters, typically they're super tough. Like they can take an ass whooping.
Hmm.
And this dude was super good at his wrestling and really good at, grappling and just I mean, he had him in some real
He's
situations a
that
lot of
guy's
times with the
young, man.
body training.
That guy's young. That
You
was
could
like
tell, but here's
24.
baby face, bro, baby
Yeah,
face.
dude, he was young, bro.
He was working that body triangle like no other, dude. I mean, he had that in there. I mean, I can't imagine someone having me in a body triangle like that for like
I
three
always,
and a
I
half,
always,
4 minutes,
I
bro.
always think about that, man. When they do that, I'm just like, I don't think people understand. First of all, how flexible somebody has to be to hold that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just think
Yeah.
about trying to. I can't do that without somebody's body
I can't
in
sit
my act.
cross-legged right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that for them to hold it and like keep
yeah,
like grip on it and like just squishing their stomachs like that,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and then trying to have somebody on your back like that with them squeezing your stomach, and then them trying to go for the neck, and you trying to fight that and punch. I
And you
mean,
can't see anything. You're just like,
you're just punching at nothing wherever you feel like they are. It's crazy, but yeah, no, I think that was good. I think he did win that fight. I did think it was pretty close, but he did pull. I think 1-3 1-3-5 is
yeah.
what I think because obviously in the fourth they said they went 2-2. That's what the corner was saying. But I thought that was a really good fight. I like Brandon Royval.
I like him.
I like him. I think he's entertaining to watch, and um, so maybe he's looking at possibly another Pantoja fight. Pantoja
Did you
wins, I
did
guess.
you see did you see what they announced this weekend? The
That's
Pantoja versus the what is
that's
he
what I was
coming
going to
from?
talk to you
One
about.
one champion
Yeah, it's like his first fight, right?
in the UFC.
Yeah, it's first fight in the
Yeah.
UFC. Let me see if oh, they announced it. I can't remember. I don't know who it is, but it's not on the actual it's not on their website yet. But
Mm,
yeah, Pantoja. Yep, he's they're the co-main event, right?
yeah.
No, they're the co-main event because they also doing Bilal and um yeah,
Rachmanov.
Shavkat. Yeah, Shavkat.
Shaka, dude.
Shavkat.
Dude.
There you go.
Listen,
His name's
listen, if
Kaya Sakura.
yeah, man, let's see how that the thing is, man, if that guy's not good at wrestling, I've never seen anything that he's done. If he's not good at wrestling, it's over.
Yeah, bro,
That's just plain
Pantoja got
simple.
some wrestling,
Pendoja
bro.
can wrestle his ass off.
Have you seen this card? Have you
That one,
seen? Yeah, have you seen the card?
I, it was what he just announced, right? I think
Yeah,
it was Bilal. Didn't he announce Nate Diaz,
he. So
Luque,
it's
or
Bilal,
Nick
Shavkat,
Diaz? Nick
Nick
Diaz.
Diaz. Yeah, Bilal, Shavkat, Pantoja, and then that guy Asakura, Cyril Gane, and Volkov. Um,
Two. Yeah. I
Yep.
saw that.
Yep. And then Luque and Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is gonna get rocked, bro. I don't know. They always say, "Oh, he's back in fighting shape," and he just does
Bro, the
not.
other
It's like he
day,
doesn't want to be there.
it's like when I saw what's it called, like this last 307. Bro, put him as the first fight with Ferguson,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Did you see
Just.
that? Court
Yep.
McGee versus Tim Means, bro. That
Yeah.
was a fight too. And Court
Yeah.
McGee caught him, bro. It was hell. It
See, I
was
didn't see
good.
the fight, but we talked
Yeah,
about
man.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
see
Court
it
McGee
though.
caught him, bro. He caught him, and it was crazy because he was in his hometown. It was nuts. It was
That
cool.
I gotta watch
But
that
that's a
too.
good
Maybe
way
I
to
should watch the
open those
whole entire.
fights.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
exciting, bro. I mean, those people are like, they're older, but they can put a little something in there. I mean, Nick Diaz is gonna at least take the ass whooping.
that's true.
He's
And
not.
he's
He's
gonna do
not gonna
something
sit
funny.
there.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
do
gonna do
something
some
funny.
fun shit. Yeah, he's gonna do slap him or
He's gonna do the shit
whatever.
like that.
Yeah, to where it turns around, it's like, come on, come on. But look, and then you also have what Evilov and Sterling,
Oh yeah.
right?
Man, Evolov is boring to me, bro.
Move.
He is
Honestly,
not.
I've never watched him fight.
I wish Diego Lopez would have caught him in that submission when he came on short notice. He almost had it, bro. That's how Diego Lopez basically became himself, bro. He
Really, because
literally
of him.
somebody dropped out of fighting him. I forgot who it was. It was super short notice, and I think they were filming the Ultimate Fighter, so Diego Lopez was there because Grasso was there, so he was
Uh
part
huh.
of his team, her team. And yeah, they literally were like, "Hey, do you think you can make 45?" And he was like, "Yeah." Or maybe he didn't make, maybe they did a
He's
catch
dope.
weight or something.
Catch weight.
Maybe they did a catch weight like at 55 or something. But he
Yeah.
was like, sure. And he fought him. That was Diego Lopez's first UFC fight. And
Oh
then the
shit.
first round, he almost caught him in a triangle. Almost caught him,
Really?
bro. He almost had it. He
I gotta
lost.
look back to
That
his
ended
stuff,
up being his
bro.
first loss. Yeah, that was his loss, and then he won. He's won ever
Then
since.
he's on a tear, huh? And then you got this is kind of the like the Luque fight we were talking about that should have been in the beginning. This is Anthony Smith and Dominic Reyes. I mean,
Yeah.
they're gonna get after it, dude. Anthony Smith, what's his record right now, bro? Because he always takes short notice fights. I feel like, and he just gets rocked every single time.
I feel like he's like a couple fights over 500, not by a lot, like
What is he? He's 38-20, bro. 38-20.
yeah, jeez.
Fuck, 58 fights, bro. That's a lot of fights. He reminds me of Chewy for some reason. I don't know. That's weird. He does. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's the one that they announced, so that's dope. I was gonna ask you what do you think about that Bilal Shavkat because I think they're just gonna try. I mean, I'm going for Shavkat. Obviously, I think Shavkat's gonna beat him.
I think
Um,
Shopcott is better,
yeah, so I
but
feel like they're
I
just
think
like let's turn this around and get rid of this wrestler.
I think if Bilal beats him like and beats him like bad or like
Puts it on him.
good, then I'll
Mm.
give that full props. I mean, I don't care for he's kind of what's funny is he's kind of like Juliana Pena. I don't really care for him,
No,
but they're good. And what's funny is they're both from the same training camp. They both train together. But
I like Bilal more than I like Julia. Like I think I don't think there's another female fighter I don't like more than I don't like Ronda Rousey. Maybe she's not active, but I hated Ronda Rousey. I
I
don't know,
think
I
it
just
was
hate
easy
that.
for her because no one was what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
good parentheses per se, but
yeah,
like Holly Holm, you had a couple of like decent fighters, and I
yeah.
don't know. I just felt like in a way it's like oh she changed the way of mixed martial arts for women oh forever or whatever, and it's like yeah, but she was beating nobody. She didn't beat
Nobody's bro.
nobody until Misha Tate until she fought Misha Tate like. And then
And
she
I
was
mean, look, yeah.
super disrespectful with that stuff, and I didn't like that shit.
I'm not a fan of her at all. I don't even like when she's like right now she's on a bunch of movies or whatever. I don't like that either.
I don't know.
Um,
I think Juliana Pena does it just to be like, be like
play the
Kobe, be
play
like
the part.
Strickland. Yeah, yeah, play the part, man. I think she's old. She's an older fighter too. I think she even talked about it. She's like, I want the money fight. Like, I want to fight Nunez because, she said, Nunez doesn't know what she's doing with her life, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you just want the money fight. You just want to make more money. That's fair. That's
That's it.
cool.
Yeah. The hard part is
Whatever.
when you can see through it.
Yeah.
Like that's the part where it's like cringy, bro, when you could just see through it. Yeah, but that's all I have on the list over here to talk about. It's a little bit faster one,
Yeah.
but
That's
yeah,
good. All I was going to say is, um, last thing was going to say, like we kind of talked about already, Ankalaev versus Peloton. Just actually, let's save that for next time. But what I will
let's
say
say it for
is,
next time.
did you watch the Max and Ilya back and forth stuff?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw clips here and there that people
Yeah,
were
yeah.
posting,
Mhm.
but I don't, bro. Ilya just seems like he's really trying. I don't know. It's weird. It's really really weird. I don't know. I don't like when they're on top and the bottom and it's like black and white and they're like FaceTiming or something like that.
Mhm.
It just seems weird to me. Like not the Max part because I think Max does that great. He's got a great mouthpiece, so he's a good shit talker, and I feel like he never like he never slips up on what he's trying to say. Like he's pretty good at that.
Yeah, yeah,
Ilya,
yeah.
I feel like Ilya was forcing it a lot.
I saw this thing. It was that MMA guru guy, and he
Yeah.
was talking about it, and it was funny because what he said is what I said. He
Mm.
said, I like what Ilya is doing because most fighters won't do what he's doing. And then he said he's basically setting it up to where if he wins, he's literally gonna be like, I told you I was gonna do that.
Right.
And if he loses, everyone's gonna shit on him. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
at least people are gonna be talking about the fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get
I
it.
get that. Yeah, I
I
get
get
that.
the selling part. I'm ready to watch that fight. I'm probably man. Whenever I watch UFC fights, like I'll eat or I'll usually get Wingstop. And whenever the main event's coming on or the fights I really like, I'll stop eating, man. I'll like my heart's racing and everything. So that'll be a dope
That's
fight.
why it makes it hard for me to go to because obviously I'm on the
After
East
that,
Coast.
it's
Yeah, I'm
all
on
one
the
o'clock in
East
the morning. You're
Coast.
like,
Yeah, it's like 1:32, and then like after after those dope ass fights, like probably I'm assuming this is gonna be a dope ass fight. Even you
Yeah.
got the Chimaev fight, there's gonna be like a lot to talk, like to listen to post fight the press conference. I like to stay up and listen to it, so then I'm looking at 3:30 to 4 in the morning going to sleep. Like
Yeah.
fuck, it's tough, but I mean, yeah, those fights get me like that. I'm like in the bed like this with my headphones on, like watching it, and I'm like trying not to wake up Corey because she's sleeping. But yeah, so I might even take the issue with that is it's so early in the day. Kind of throws me off
Oh yeah,
because
huh?
it's Abu Dhabi. So that's
That
I
might
think
work. That might work out for you for like the main card though. At least you can
it,
watch like the main card.
yeah, it's a 2 p.m. main card. So I mean, yeah, we're a little bit slower, so I might be able to take that second part of the day off and be done
Yeah,
with
man.
it. So,
Hmm.
but it's exciting. We'll talk about that one next week then.
Hmm.
So there's a short one today, baby.
Yep. It's all
We
good.
got like yeah, I'm gonna take the kids to get some Halloween costumes.
Oh yeah.
So
Bro, have you ever seen that movie? It's called Jester or something like that. It's with like a clown thing, and it's like fucking
oh,
freaky, bro.
Terrifier,
Yes, yes. Have you seen those?
Terrifier. I have watched I think part of the first one, like
Bro, I
clips of
saw
the
the
first one.
trailer or like that scene where it's like he's in the kitchen and stuff, and I was like, there ain't no way I'm watching this. I'm out.
You
That shit's
you
scary,
see
bro.
you see that like a lot of places they give you throw up bags.
Oh hell no, dude.
They
Yeah, I
give you
can't do that
bags to
shit.
throw up, and then like when it was like the premiere, they were talking about like I think someone wrote an article or something like that. They said they saw I think 11 people walk out, like five people threw up, two people fainted.
That's
Like
bad, bro.
it's like it's weird because it's like super gory, but it's one of those cult things. I
Yeah,
kind
bro.
of want to watch one. Well, actually, one of the clips that I saw was actually part of the actual movie, and I watched a portion of it, and I felt like throwing up.
Yeah,
And it
they
was
get
like two
super
minutes,
gory.
dude. Yeah, and it was bad, and it's weird the way you know what it's not just the visuals, it's the sounds because they
That, that,
make the
that-
sound like you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's just like they're
Like
good at
the
that, dude.
crunching and the fucking.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
bones or like the blood, like it just oozing. Like it's they for whatever they're trying to accomplish, they do a good job at it. And the fool, it's like a comedy too. So it's
Fuck
almost like
that.
he's like funny also. It's like
Yeah,
a
he's
an
like, because
evil
he
meme
doesn't
or some.
talk, right? Yeah, yeah, like
He
he's
doesn't
a
talk.
like
Yeah,
he doesn't
a
talk.
mime. That's why I meant mime. Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't talk at all. So he's just I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. Fuck that.
They're making a fourth one, I saw. Fuck that. I
Oh, they
see I
can.
see I see the fucking picture of him like this. Fuck that.
I'm getting the
Oh
hell out
dude.
of it. No, I mean, there's people that have shirts on. There's people that say like their kids watch it, but I mean, some people are into that stuff.
Oh
It,
hell no.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well,
All right, McDonald,